Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. This time, not a tutorial, but I'll be answering all the questions you guys submitted and doing an official face reveal. Okay, first of all, I want to say thank you so much for all the questions submitted and for all the support. If you guys really want to support me, then please use code Fortnite Creative Tutorials in the item shop. It resets every 2 weeks, so don't forget to type that in. Okay, first of all, there are some amazing questions and I'm really excited for this. Secondly, just ignore the background or not. I mean, there might be some spoilers for upcoming maps, but mainly it's just something to watch while I answer your questions and all that. And I think the best way to start this QA is to start at the very beginning. So, let's start with the first question. How did I get into building and Fortnite Creative? Well, it actually all started somewhere beginning of last year when I saw this one map being played by almost every YouTuber, and it was called the Duo Death Run, made by FR Adrian, if I remember correctly. And at that point, I was like only playing Battle Royale, but after seeing all those videos of all those famous YouTubers playing that Duo Death Run, I decided to give it a go myself as well with some friends. And while I was playing it, a million ideas for levels popped into my head. So as soon as I played that level, that map, the day after that I just jumped into Fortnite Creative and started building out all my own ideas, which eventually actually turned into my very own Duo Death Run escape map. So I just threw down my first gallery, started grabbing stuff and just fell in love with creating and haven't stopped building since. Okay, next question. I generally wonder, how did you come up with most of these tutorials or ideas? It really surprises me how interesting all of these are as well. Oh, that's so sweet. Well, out of all the questions I've read so far, this is probably one of my favorites. There's usually one of two scenarios that happen. The first one is I have something in my head, you know, some idea for a new map or story or puzzle or, you know, anything like that. And then I just try to find a way to implement that. Let's say I have, right now in my map, I wanted to have the feeling of flying without actually using the flight option. So I started mixing up low gravity with an air vent and stuff like that. And then usually I can apply these new mechanics to different things. And if I like it, I'll make a tutorial out of it. But in other cases, however, when I'm building for a new puzzle or something like that, I just occasionally bump into a new option on a device or something I didn't notice before, and it just like triggers an idea in my brain. Like, let me explain it a little bit. I was recently playing around with the zombies in the new map, and I had environmental damage set to on in that map because I just created it. And then when I killed an explosive brute, it exploded. And while doing that, it damaged some of the structures around it. So I thought like, wow, this is interesting. What if I bind the spawn and despawn of the brute to some triggers that just constantly are in a loop that kills them and then spawns them and kills them? I could create an endless explosion. Meaning I could, for example, build the very first 1v1 map with endless resets, because I no longer have to resort to using explosive devices. So, well, we're getting a little bit sidetracked here, but long story short, killing the zombie with a device doesn't work, and it doesn't trigger the explosion, but it does explain kind of how my brain works and how I come up with these tutorials. Kind of. I just build and bump into new options and then invent stuff pretty much. Okay, next question. I'm going to group a couple of these questions into one answer. So, who am I sub to and who do I follow on YouTube? Well, first of all, I follow a lot of my fellow builders, because I always try to be original in my videos and tutorials, but sometimes just watching these other guys, they inspire me or they just pop new ideas into my head based on what they build. And besides that, I also love seeing and learning, especially design-wise, from other builders, because everybody has its own style, so you could always keep learning. And secondly, I obviously follow Craner since I'm his official map creator and supply him with all his Fortnite creative maps needed for his stream. And then just a wide range of Fortnite and variety gaming channels like Sandy, Jelly, and then obviously Fortnite Creative channels that play maps like Mustard Plays, Pro Hennis, Kenworth, and so on. Next question. What type of maps do you enjoy making the most? What type of maps do you not enjoy making? Why and why not? Well, I really enjoy making adventure maps at the moment for many reasons. One of them being that when I write the story for a map, I'm already thinking of how I can represent or work it out, which often then triggers that part in my brain that, gives me new ideas for tutorials and videos as well. Although they're a lot of work to make, but once finished, they're very low maintenance, and that's what I like about adventure maps. Because I used to like making death runs as well, like my Spider-Man death run and my Iron Man and even the Duo Escape ones. But they're very fragile to changes, and let me explain why. Let's say Fortnite, or well, Epic Games, decides that traps no longer deal 150 damage, but they nerf them to 75 or something like that. That would break so many parts of different maps. And I honestly don't like having to keep updating the same map once I'm finished with it, because I want to keep exploring and keep building new stuff. And since I always want to be as original as possible with my mechanics, especially in death runs, I don't want to just make another bait this trap part. They're very fragile on changes. And that's even why my Iron Man map completely broke, because they decided to remove the boost on cars, well, on the ATK, and so that part of the map can't be completed anymore, so then I would have to completely replace it, and that's why for now at least I'm a bit done with death runs. Okay, next question. When creative wasn't a thing, did you play Battle Royale? Yes, I loved playing Battle Royale, but I've pretty much been gaming my entire life, from RuneScape, now old school RuneScape, to a lot of World of Warcraft in my teenage years, now World of Warcraft Classic, and then just a wide variety of random games in between, like Ratchet & Clank, GTA 5, Call of Duty, Battlefield, and pretty much any popular game that was out at that moment. I played a lot of them. Do you ever feel like playing another game? Honestly, at this point, not really. I like watching variety gaming channels play whatever games, but when I do have the time to game, I prefer to just immerse myself in the creative world. Okay, speed round. Will you ever record a video with somebody else? For example, doing a tutorial with someone else? A lot of preparation actually goes into the tutorials, so for those, probably not. For walkthroughs, maybe? Okay, what are things you'd want in creative? Boats, fishing spots, terraforming, smarter bots, but most importantly, matchmaking. What's the creative project you're most proud of? At this exact moment, my featured Christmas map, because, well, it got featured, but I feel like this year is gonna be absolutely insane, and I got a lot of cool projects in the works that are gonna be so cool. So subscribe, stay tuned. Will you ever do a face reveal? I'm not really sure. I'm not camera shy or anything like that, but I just don't think having, my face up there when I'm explaining mechanics or tutorial gives any added value to it. And it just takes a lot more effort and time to edit with a face cam, so yeah. Next question. Wait, that's me. Editor, what have you done? Wait, I don't have an editor. You there, well me. Get me out of here. Next question! Have you ever tried a different style than death runs and escapes? Well, kind of. I'm still learning, especially on the landscaping part, and I think base race is a great brand new concept that goes beyond it all. As it's like a team-based PvP map, it's really fun, so go play it and check out the trailer on my channel. I put a lot of effort in it. Next question. What are your expectations in 2 years from now? Although we're not sure where Fortnite will be in 2 years, nobody knows, I think creative still has a lot of potential, as it kind of opened up a completely new world. It's, a game within a game that allows us to create endless amount of games. Wait, what? Anyway, I think it'll be kind of like Happy Wheels, no matter when in time, even when the hype will be completely gone, I think people will still come back to enjoy these new mini games and puzzles and death runs in Fortnite Creative. So my expectation for Fortnite Creative in 2 years, a lot more fun tools and devices. On personal or YouTube and creator expectation level, I hope that in 2 years people will still, continue to come and watch my videos and tutorials on crazy invented stuff. And I hope to also release a series of more basic tutorials so that creators from all levels, from basic to advanced, have content to watch on my channel. And who knows, sub and view wise, I'm just insanely happy with all the support I've been receiving for doing what I really love. Which reminds me, if you're buying anything in the item shop, please consider using code Fortnite Creative Tutorials. Thank you. It's the best way to support me. And if you did, just like all of these people that I'm gonna post an image of right now, just if you buy anything using my code, post an image on Twitter or Discord, link in the description below, and I'll be sure to include them. So thank you guys so much for all the support. Back to the questions. How do I build a map without having to resort to prefabs? Amazing, love this question. My answer, use them, but don't use them. Let me explain. When building, it's often hard to find what props go together and know where they would fit, and using prefabs to like take a peek of how Epic uses them is a great way. Also note that some items are actually still only in prefabs and not in galleries yet. So always just go in, look around, maybe you'll even find something you couldn't find before, then delete the entire prefab and start building it yourself. Another great way to learn buildings and maps is to hop in a Save the World game. There are actually a lot of maps and almost every one of them are really well made. And the best part is they're actually organized, so you can choose if you want or need a map that is in a forest or a city, you can just select one that is exactly in that area. Even though not all props from Save the Worlds are currently in creative, a lot of them actually are, so at least it will give you a general idea of how structure and what props can go together, which props you can use for kitchen, all of that. Next question. Sorry, I really wanted to do a meme review, PewDiePie meme. How did you rise up from no subs or fans and become the Fortnite Creative Tutorials, or Utah, we know and love today? Oh, thank you. Well, let me continue the story I started before in the beginning of the video. So, yeah, I built my very first map, which was the Duo Puzzle Escape map to play with my friends. But sadly enough, I didn't have a supported creator code, so I couldn't publish it. So I looked up how to obtain one, and I had to somehow get 1,000 followers or subscribers. So I was like, okay, I can do that. Maybe not now, maybe not this year, but someday. And with like still having all of these random ideas and thoughts in my head from experimenting and building that Duo Escape map, I thought I could make a YouTube and just make some tutorials on some of the stuff that I had in my head, original and stuff that I hadn't seen before. So I just opened a notepad and started writing out all the basic and random thoughts that I could test or make a video about. And so my first video was born, a single spot sentry army. Very scuffed, but hey, everybody has to start somewhere, right? Now, while all of that was happening, I joined Sandy, his Discord, and I saw a channel there called Creative Map Submission for people who didn't have a code. And he never really played any of those maps, but I stuck around in the Discord. And one day I was just in the right place at the right time, and I got into the hide and seek video with fans, which led to a huge boost in subs because I could do a shout out. And it instantly allowed me to get my own code. Now as soon as I got that, yes, it was a huge boost, but also it just really motivated me to get more videos out, to make new maps, to push myself and keep improving myself. And the more time that passes since that moment, the more people that just find my videos and channels and stay for the content I create. And the support is just overwhelming. So yeah, I did get a boost start, but right now I just love sharing all these new tips and mechanics with you guys. And it's so much fun to receive so much positive energy for doing something I really love. And yeah, with that said, I'm gonna close this Q&A. Thank you guys so much for watching till the very end. It's you guys who stick till the very end that make this video do so good. So thank you for that. And I have a lot of more cool stuff coming for you guys very soon. So stay tuned. It's the first time making a video like this, so I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please hit that like button, it helps out a ton. We got over 300 likes on last video, which is absolutely insane. And I'll see you guys at the, I don't know, 100k Q&A special maybe? Also, don't forget to join my Discord, it's a lot of fun there. I'm always trying to help you guys out, so if you have any issue, just comment to the Discord, link in the description below. And as always, hit that subscribe button and I'll see you guys soon.